2024, but the truth is 2025 is here. I'm going to shoot some fire at you for the next 20 minutes, and we're going to be talking about everything that you need to be doing between now and the end of this year. Welcome to everybody watching live and on replay. Appreciate you being here with us. The fact is that the biggest competitors that you have and that you will face are 100% already thinking ahead. They're not waiting for time to pass by. They're not waiting to start their newest goals just when January 1st rolls around. They are beginning. They are making the moves now. They're starting to make the decisions now that will set themselves up for where they are and where they want to be. And the fact is, what happens to a lot of people is they say, well, I'll start thinking about next year on December 31st or on January 1st. And if you're thinking about that, then it's too late. If you're trying to start a whole bunch of new projects on January 1st, your New Year's resolutions, you're too late. You need to already be putting things into action and into play today that will catapult you into the future that you want. And if you're just sitting around and you're just swiping and scrolling the internet waiting for the magic pill to get here, well, here's your magic pill. There ain't none. The magic pill is hard work, discipline, effort, honest self-evaluation. And so what you need to be doing right here, right now, today, is getting hyped and getting motivated, but not just for the sake of getting hyped up, but for the very real purpose of figuring out what is it in your life that you are sick and tired of. We are going all in on preparing for 2025, but I'm not waiting to start putting out videos in 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks when it's too late. Putting out the videos now and putting out the hype and the motivation now, because you need to be thinking about what is in your control that you don't like about your life. And it is time to start taking the excuses that you've been making, throw them away, and start coming up with real results, real plans of action, real honesty, real accountability with your real self. So I want to thank everybody for hanging out. Here is just the next 15 minutes. We're just going to give you a little hype fire for 2025. Okay? I'll give you a little update on everything else at the end, but I'm gonna spew the hype. I'm not ignoring any of you. I promise you this, but I just need to say this and make this something, and then at the end I'll update you. But I hope everybody is doing awesome. What you need to be doing right now is thinking, okay, how do I want my life to be different 1 year from now? And then start putting things into play. How do you start? Well, here's a simple thing. Probably that picture looks way too big, way too hard, and way too difficult to do all at once. So instead, you need to find out what that ideal picture is. Now you're going to reverse engineer it all the way back into what steps do you need to take, and then break it into as many steps and as small of a step. And you need to ask yourself, what could I do that I would do to start making progress in that direction? Okay, what could I do that I would do? And if it's not something that you could do and you would do today, then break it into something smaller. So let's just say, I'm going to just break down a really simple goal, but you might have much more difficult, harder tasks to take on. But let's say you want to get your office organized, and you want to try to get your office organized and completely efficient by this time next year. Now you might say, well, I could do that faster than that. But if you could do it faster than that, then why haven't you done it faster than that? That's the first question. And the second question that goes with it is, even if you could do it faster than that, couldn't you do it better than that? And so what would you start? Well, you would start with, what is something you could do that you would do today to get your office under control? And you might start by that giant stack of papers, of mail, of bills, of things you've been ignoring because you're worried about what they're going to say, that letter from the IRS, the stuff that you just feel like, oh, if I just pretend that it's not here, then all of my worries will go away. And then you do that. And you say, well, I can't go through that whole stack of mail in one day. That's too overwhelming. Then go touch that stack of mail. Go set it off to the side. And maybe just look through it for one time and just say, okay, what's actually here? And as you flip through the mail, maybe you can find one or two pieces of paper like, okay, clearly I can just get rid of this. I don't even need to open it. I don't need to worry about anything along those lines. So here's what I want you to do. You do this for anything and everything, every area of your life that you possibly need to do it for. And if I don't care what it is, I don't care if you want to eat healthier, I don't care if you want to lose weight, I don't care if you want to start exercising, start breaking things into as small of a piece as you need to, so you can say, yes, I could do this and I would do this, and you're going to start breaking it down. And maybe you've got a bunch of different areas that you want to fix. That's okay. Don't worry that you have to fix all of them all at once. Focus maybe first on just sitting down and prioritizing what are your key areas. What are your key areas that you absolutely need to focus on? I'm picking 5. I've got a video that's coming out to everyone soon, but if you are a member of this channel, you will get access to my 5 areas early. Some people from this channel have already gotten to see the video, so if you want to hop on over and you want to be a member, $2 a month or $5 a month, support a small channel and keep this hype. I'm laying out specifically my 5 areas that I'm going to focus on, and I'll give you one clue because we've already talked about it publicly on the channel. One area is financially. My goal is that I'm going to be debt-free a year from next week, on Thanksgiving Day next year. My goal is to be debt-free. Now, here's the thing. That looks almost impossible to do. I will have to make probably 2 to 3 times the income next year as I'm making this year in order to pull it off. But you know what? I'm going to set it as the goal, and then I'm going to start hitting checkpoints, and I'm going to start making progress in those areas, so that way we can kind of keep going one step at a time to do that. So here's what I want to do. If you don't know what is going on with your life, that's the first step. You got to figure out, okay, what in the world is going on? Please don't insult my mods. All right, that's not something that we're going to do here. Just as a heads up for all this. All right, so if you don't know, then you got to figure out, okay, what are the biggest things? What are the biggest areas that you have that are keeping you from where you want to be? And so start breaking things down. Start saying, like, okay, what is it? What's the biggest holdup? Maybe it's your weight. Maybe it's your health. Maybe it's your work ethic. Maybe it's just keeping your house clean. I don't know what it is, but let's do it and let's start figuring out these things. And the problem is, most people, all they ever do is they start dreaming on December 31st of what they want their ideal life to be. But they're just like, I'm just going to start doing this thing. I'm going to start doing this thing. Guess what? You're not going to have the umption or the gumption to keep going if you're just going to start doing a thing on January 1st. There's a reason why people who are full-time gym participants hate going to the gym on January 1st through January 10th. Okay? Because gyms are packed out. There's a reason why gyms love having January 1st. They love it because everybody comes in, they sign up for memberships they don't actually use. Why is this happening? Well, it's because people aren't legitimately invested in their life. They're doing the thing because they're supposed to do the thing. They're not doing the thing because they decided to do the thing. So what if you jumped the gun? And what if you said, look, if you're really confident saying, yes, that's my number one thing, I need to start going to the gym, don't wait till January 1st. Don't stuff yourself full of crap between now and January 1st and then start making steps there. So by January 15th, in 2 weeks of working out, you're back to what you were like in the middle of December. No. What if you started making progress now? What if you started pushing forward now? What if today was the day on whatever area? And so, like I said, my first area is financially, so I'm pushing hard now. Why? Because one of the best times of the year to make money in a bunch of different ways is right now, between now and Christmas. So if I say, well, I'm going to start working on my financial issues next year, I'm going to start working on getting out of debt in January, then I'm giving up 6-8 weeks, whatever we have left in this year, of things that I can make actual progress today and right now in. And so you need to have that same exact urgency with everything else that you are doing now, today, not later, not next week, not next month, and certainly not next year. And then just tell yourself, look, next year is here. Okay, the biggest movers and shakers in every industry aren't sitting back and saying, hey, look, we're going to start making strategic business decisions in January, but for now we're just going to relax and we're going to wait and we're not going to do things. No, you have to have an urgency for your life, and you need to start making sure that you are doing things in your life today that are lining up where you want your life to be 1 year from now, and 2 years from now, and 5 years from now, and 10 years from now. And some of you might be like, well, I just don't dream anymore. Every time I dream, it doesn't come to pass. Well, guess what? I've had the same thing happen to me. I've had lots of my dreams get crushed over the years. But one difference between my attitude and that attitude of woe is me is I don't quit. I don't quit just because my dreams are crushed. In fact, I dream bigger. I dream bigger when my dreams get crushed. I go for something broader. And so my theme for 2025 is best shape of your life. And so I've got 5 areas that I want to be in the best shape of my life in a year from now, because that is where I want to be. I'm not going to sit back. I'm not going to wait. I'm not going to let life happen. I'm going to go. And you know what? I'm going to have a ton of failures over the next year ahead. And so are you. But at least make sure that your failures, you're failing upwards. You're not failing downwards. You're not failing because you're not trying. You're failing because you're trying and you just haven't learned a particular skill yet. And so that's what I want to push each and every one of you to say, like, look, let's forget about everything else. Let's forget about everything else. How many people said they were going to start a YouTube channel a year ago or 2 years ago or 3 years ago or 5 years ago, and they haven't done it yet? Okay, that was me. I wanted to start this YouTube channel years ago, and I just kept finding excuses and reasons, letting people talk me out of doing it. And instead, I did it this year, and I've stuck with it for a whole year. And were there times that I was inconsistent? Yes. Do I want to get better at it? Yes. Have I failed in the process of trying to develop a YouTube channel? Absolutely. Yes, I have. But the difference is that I started and I've carried it through almost an entire year of learning with tons of failures, tons of videos that nobody has seen, tons of videos that had 1 viewer, 2 viewer, 3 viewer, tons of videos like that. But I kept learning and I kept pushing and I kept working and I kept listening to what it is that I am needing to learn to get better. And now I'm coordinating with people, and all sorts of things are starting to fall into place because I'm out of this woe is me mindset and I'm going to figure my way out of this by myself. The fact that you got into a lot of your problems may actually be because you tried to do it by yourself in the first place. That's how it was for me. So instead, now I'm working together and I'm working with people. And instead of having this scarcity mindset where, oh my goodness, if I help somebody else, then I don't know, I'm going to give a disadvantage away. You know, people are like so silly like this. Okay, we take this in like all these groups about, you know, DoorDash and Instacart, and like, I'm not going to tell you where my favorite place is to shop. Like, why? Really? One other person? You're going to share that on the internet, and maybe 100 people are going to read. And of those 100 people, only 5 of those people are maybe even remotely close to your. Of those 5 people, at most 1 of them is going to even try it. And as soon as they don't have success the first day, they're going to quit on it. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to be threatened. But what will happen is if you are giving and if you're sharing and if you are working to help other people, you're going to find that other people are going to be willing to help you as well. And so when other people are helping you and you are helping other people, then you are growing because you're motivated to take advice that other people are giving you. And the people who are seeing you grow are going to be motivated to take the advice that you're giving them. And then everybody ends up winning together. Okay? Everybody ends up winning together. And the only people who haven't realized that, there's 2 groups of people in this world who haven't realized that everybody wins together. And one is the people who are just selfish and stuck. Okay, and the other are internet trolls. Those are the only 2 groups of people in this world that realize, that think that they can do things by themselves. Maybe a third group is the super geniuses because they literally can make things happen without the help of other people. But even if you look at the smartest people in the world, they have teams working with them and for them to accomplish their goals, the things that they want to do. And so the reality of everything is this: you need to start moving away from all the habits that you have that are sabotaging you, and the things that you keep saying, well, I'm going to just get past this, I'm not going to do this anymore. Well, why don't we just start being real with ourselves and saying, look, I keep doing this. Even though I say I'm not going to do it, I keep doing it because I haven't gotten accountability. I haven't grown past this certain stage. I haven't gotten any new skills that have helped me in any of these areas. And so what I want to just challenge you, and we're going to be coming hard at this over the next handful of weeks and really all next year, of best shape of your life. What do you need to do for every single area? And don't just ignore one because it's uncomfortable or inconvenient. Okay? I'm picking 5 because those are the 5 most pressing ones I've identified. But if I identify something that's a bigger, more important area in my life, then I'll either focus on 6 or I'll add the new one and I'll drop the other 4 or 5 until that gets fixed. Okay, but I've got 5 areas. If you want to see that video, It's coming out to everybody, I believe, tomorrow, but you can see it today by becoming a member. You just get early access and you get a little bit of the vibe of the channel and of everything that we're going. But I am sick and tired of being stuck. Ignore the calendar that says 2024. Get rid of it. Throw out your 2024 calendars. 2024 is over. It's done with. It's past. And if you keep living in it, you're living in the past. 2025 is here, and you need to have an active plan for every single step of everything you want to accomplish from this point forward laid out in front of you. So with that being said, my name is Craig. Welcome to A Side of Hustle. That is the fire that I have for you. So if you're watching this on replay, you can totally just check out now. Appreciate you and find your plan for 2025. For everybody else, I want to say hi to you. This is just a quick little challenge video that I'm putting out for you guys. I am hyped and I'm ready to go, and I'm almost kind of like sad that the actual calendar will not flip to 2025 for longer than I wish, but it's okay. We're going to use this opportunity to make time, make some money, and get things set up. So yes, you are actually technically a permanent time traveler if you're still in 2024. If you're in 2023, or living in, a lot of people are, when a lot of people are living? A lot of people are living in 2020 right now. Okay. That's where I was living for years. Okay. Look, we all hated 2020, right? As in general, it messed with us. It ruined a lot of people. And I'm here to kind of pull everybody out who's still stuck in 2020. Savage, awesome. Thank you for liking and sharing the stream. First, last, get motivated. Absolutely. I'm here for that. The Baraxer, how's it going? Thanks for hanging out with us. We're slowly adding mods to the channel, so here's my best advice to you. Come hang out with us for a while. Make sure you subscribe. Hang out with us for a while. Spend some time with us. Let us get to know you, and then eventually we can talk about mod down the road. Kaylee, your goal for this week is to pay off $358 on credit card I started off. Yes, awesome. That's how we do it. Kaylee, why would you want to let that sit around until January? Don't do it. Just pay it off. Just keep going, keep working, and keep stacking what you have, and just keep moving forward. So I love it. I love it. Tornado, like and subscribe. Absolutely, guys. If you haven't done that, like and subscribe, because we are trying to build this channel. We got all sorts of things that we want to build to on this channel, and I'm gonna bring as many of you along with me on my journey. Okay, I'm gonna be sharing a lot about my failures and from the past over the coming weeks, not to wallow in them, but simply as life lessons, and we're gonna just be pushing through. We're gonna push through everything that we need to push through to get through the things that we did. Corey, orders were okay. I had 2 catering orders. I had a breakfast and a lunch catering order, and they were both good. I got a nice $24 Instacart for like 10 items, right around like 12:15, and then I went home for a couple hours because we were up so early and actually took a nap. Now I'm going to pick up the family from school, and after I pick them up from school, drop them off, then I'm going to go out for supper. So we will have a separate supper live stream, but this is just your hype motivation live stream for today to kind of get you guys going with all of that. All right, let me see if there's any other messages. I'm almost to school, by the way. 4 or 5 bedroom house. Yes. So my goal, this is a broader goal than just 2025. My goal in 2 years is to buy a house that will have a bedroom for each of my kids individually, and I want to close on my daughter's birthday. On the day she turns 13, I want that then, or like right around then. I want that to be the closing date on our probably we had a 5 bedroom. I think that's probably what I want again. 5 bedroom house. Vitalik, doing awesome. Awesome. Appreciate you. Takia, and to everybody else. My name is Craig. Welcome to A Side of Hustle. I'm down in Southwest Florida. We're doing a lot of different things on this channel. We're basically stupid broke to self-defined millionaires, from poor in every area of your life to rich in every area of your life. And so that's my challenge to you guys, is find those areas. Find those areas where you're poor. Find those areas where you're not living up to the you that you're supposed to be, and push from there. So 138 in 4 hours. Hey, that's a great 4-hour shift. Awesome. I already have let me see what my total is. I got a Zifty for tomorrow already, and it's a good one. It's like a $50 Zifty for lunch tomorrow. So with that being said, I really don't have much else. Savage Batman, awesome, welcome. I'm gonna stop this stream here for a couple minutes, and then probably around 5:15 or so, 5:15 to 5:30, we're gonna be out just doing a supper live ride along. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, well, that's exactly it. I mean, we've been living in 2-bedroom houses forever now, so it's like 4 would feel huge for us, but that's the goal. The goal would be to have a bedroom for every kid plus a guest bedroom so we can host friends and family or people who are in difficult situations. Awesome. Awesome, Savage. And then I sent you a brief little email this morning, so hopefully that made it through. Just a couple of thoughts to help improve your watch rate retention. So, but good. So that being said, I'm done. I'm gonna cut off here. We're gonna just do a normal supper ride along here in the next couple of minutes. Next 45 minutes or so. 45 minutes to an hour, we will be live with a normal supper ride along. So please make sure you like and subscribe this video. I tried doing this video earlier today, but I had internet connectivity issues. So instead, I just redid it now. So maybe you caught a little bit of it from before, but I was so fed up with the internet. So I was like, forget it. But we're gonna have more like this. We're gonna be doing some more spit and fire, and where all right, good. I'm glad you got it. So I'm gonna do more spit and fire where I'm kind of doing stuff along these lines. And let's see. All right, perfect. I'm gonna let them know that I'm here. So that's what I got for now. So we've got stuff to do. We've got work to do, and this is your channel for all things, we focus a lot on the financial side. We're going to focus on a lot of other things. And if you've got particular areas that you're stuck on, then we just come back tonight. We'll just talk about it in a casual setting. So I'm going to do some of these Spitfire where I kind of just talk and talk live, so you guys can roll with that. And then beyond that, then you go from there. So if you want access to that video, early access, it is up. Okay. And so I know, let's see how many people have watched on the early access. Looks like 5 of you have already seen the early access, How I'll Conquer 2025. That's gonna go live. No, that's what you hear in the background actually is Instacart going off. I forgot to turn it off on this phone before I went live, but yeah, but it sounds cool. So how about we just pretend like those are all just donations coming into the channel? Dun, 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 dun. I can pretend, right? So but get hyped for 2025, but don't wait for 2025. It's here. There's stuff to do. So if you become a member, you can get early access to the How I'll Conquer 2025 video. If not, if that's not for you, then wait till what is it, tomorrow morning at 11:11. That video is going off. Awesome. So I'll get checked in on emails probably tonight after I'm done streaming. Ava, how's it going? We're actually wrapping up the stream for right now, but I'm gonna be live again in a few minutes. I appreciate everybody hanging out, especially like on short notice. But I would encourage you, especially with where you are, because a year from now your life will be a lot different as a high school senior and all sorts of things. So I encourage you to go rewatch this video from the beginning. We're gonna make sure this reposts in full. Get hyped. Start figuring out and focusing on the things that you want to have accomplished between now and this time next year, so that way you're not sitting in the same spots in life with the same frustrations and discouragements. Like, doesn't mean there's not going to be challenges, doesn't mean there's not going to be hard times. There's going to be lots of hard times, there's going to be lots of challenges, there's going to be ups and downs, there's going to be things. Some of you are going to have life-changing events that are going to happen, some for the good, some for the bad in the year ahead. But the whole point is, between now and then, let's absolutely figure out what direction, what's the trajectory we want our lives to be, and start making sure we're taking steps in that way. So yeah, if you guys missed the beginning, just go back to the beginning. Go back to the beginning of this video and just go straight through. And like I'm gonna do this a little bit more, like every once in a while, where it's just gonna be like I'm just gonna talk and I'm just gonna share, and then at the end I'll come back to comments and stuff like that. So I appreciate each and every one of you. If you guys want to come back, we will be live probably, hopefully around, we'll just call it roughly 5:30. Okay, so I'm going to be live 5:30, and that's going to be super casual, and we're going to go out trying to find some orders, and we'll give you all the updates on all those other things. But this particular video is very focused. What is it What is it that you need to start working on today? What do you need fixing in your life today? Don't wait. Don't wait. Don't wait. Start fixing one thing at a time. Break things into as small of a chunk as you need to, something that you could do, that you would do, that would start bringing your life into line with the way that you want to be. Sorry. Yeah, it's like if you got an Android, you're used to that phone. But yeah, I forgot to turn Instacart off before I ran it. But I feel like it just sounds good. It's like every time I make a good point, it just like makes a fun noise. So yeah, that's what we got. I can give you guys like an extra whatever minute or two until the family comes out. But actually, no, I can't, because I got to rearrange the car because I still have the back seat down from my catering order earlier. I do have a $50 catering order tomorrow. We'll see if I can go live for that one. But we will be going live for supper tonight here. So I will see all of you guys soon. Have a great rest of your afternoon.